The call from the cosmos. Why a Gemini Tycoon? Imagine stepping into a room where opulence meets intellect, where the air hums with the energy of ideas yet to be born. Crystal chandeliers cast a soft glow on polished marble floors. And there, in the heart of it all, stands a Gemini Tycoon, a figure of power, mystery, and boundless curiosity. Their eyes meet yours, not with the cold detachment of a mogul, but with a spark that feels like an invitation. It's as if they see something in you, a key, perhaps, to a door they've yet to unlock. You feel it too, don't you? That magnetic pull, the whisper of destiny calling you to step closer, to dive into their world of wealth, wit, and wonder. But why a Gemini Tycoon? Why not a steadfast Taurus or a passionate Scorpio? The answer lies in the stars, in the very fabric of the cosmos. Gemini, ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication and intellect, is the sign of the twins, duality incarnate. They are the wind that sweeps through golden fields, carrying with them the seeds of innovation and the promise of endless possibilities. A Gemini Tycoon isn't just rich in material wealth, they are rich in ideas, in connections, in the sheer audacity to dream bigger than anyone else. They've built empires not with brute force, but with the sharpness of their minds and the agility of their words. Yet, there's more. Dating a Gemini Tycoon isn't just about basking in their success or enjoying the luxuries they can provide. It's about stepping into a dance where every step is a conversation, every glance a challenge, and every moment a chance to grow. They are not looking for a passive partner. They seek someone who can match their pace, who can ride the winds of change with them, and who isn't afraid to challenge their ever-shifting perspectives. So, the question isn't just why a Gemini Tycoon, it's are you ready? Are you brave enough to step into their world, to win their heart, and to share in the empire they've built? This journey isn't for the faint of heart. It's for those who dare to dream, who crave intellectual stimulation as much as emotional connection, and who see wealth not just as currency, but as a canvas for creation. In this guide, we'll unlock the secrets of the Gemini Tycoon's heart and mind. We'll explore the art of captivating their attention, the strategies to keep their ever-wandering gaze fixed on you, and the path to becoming not just their lover, but their partner in every sense of the word. By the end, you'll not only have the tools to win their love but also to share in their wealth, both material and spiritual. So, take a deep breath, open your mind, and let's begin this cosmic adventure. 2. Understanding the Gemini Tycoon, the dual soul of wealth. To win the heart of a Gemini Tycoon, you must first understand the essence of who they are, not just as a successful individual, but as a being shaped by the stars. Gemini, the third sign of the zodiac, is ruled by Mercury, the swift-footed messenger of the gods. This celestial influence gifts them with a mind that moves like quicksilver, fast, fluid, and impossible to pin down. They are the embodiment of duality, symbolized by the twins, which means they can be both the visionary and the pragmatist, the dreamer and the doer, all at once. The astrological blueprint of Gemini. At their core, Geminis are seekers of knowledge. They are the eternal students of life, driven by an insatiable curiosity to explore every corner of the world, and beyond. This thirst for understanding isn't limited to books or lectures, it extends to people, cultures, technologies, and even the mysteries of the universe. For a Gemini Tycoon, wealth isn't just a byproduct of success, it's a tool to fuel their endless quest for discovery. They invest in ideas, in innovations, in anything that promises to expand their horizons. Mercury's influence also makes them masters of communication. Words are their currency, and they wield them with the precision of a poet and the strategy of a chess grandmaster. In business, this translates to an uncanny ability to negotiate, persuade, and inspire. They can sell ice to an Eskimo, not because they're manipulative, but because they genuinely believe in the power of their vision, and they make you believe it too. The Tycoon's mind. Wealth through ideas. What sets a Gemini Tycoon apart from other successful individuals is their approach to wealth creation. They don't follow the beaten path, they blaze new trails. Their empires are often built on industries that didn't even exist a decade ago. Think tech startups, digital media, or cutting-edge research. They thrive in environments where change is the only constant. where adaptability is key, and where the ability to pivot quickly can mean the difference between success and failure. Take Elon Musk, for example, a quintessential Gemini tycoon. His ventures, from SpaceX to Neuralink, are not just businesses, they are bold statements about the future of humanity. He's not content with mastering one field. He's driven to revolutionize multiple industries simultaneously. This is the Gemini spirit in action, restless, ambitious, and always looking for the next big thing. The duality dilemma, charm and elusiveness. But here's where the challenge lies. The same duality that makes them brilliant also makes them elusive. One moment, they're fully present, engaging you in a conversation so stimulating that time seems to stop. The next, they're distant, their mind already racing toward a new idea or project. This isn't because they're fickle or uninterested, it's because their brain is wired to process multiple streams of information at once. They live in a world of infinite possibilities, and sometimes, that can make them seem detached or hard to read. In love, this duality manifests as a need for both connection and freedom. They crave a partner who can keep up with their mental gymnastics. Someone who can spar with them intellectually and emotionally. But they also need space to breathe, to explore their own thoughts without feeling tethered. This can be confusing for those who don't understand the Gemini nature. They might misinterpret their need for independence as a lack of commitment. The emotional landscape, hidden depths. Despite their airy, intellectual demeanor, Gemini tycoons are not devoid of emotion. In fact, their feelings run deep, but they often express them through ideas rather than direct sentiment. They might not say, "I love you," in the traditional sense. But they'll show it by inviting you into their world, sharing their dreams, and seeking your input on their latest venture. For them, love is a meeting of minds first, and hearts second. However, their emotional world can be complex. The twins represent two sides of their personality, and sometimes, these sides can be at odds. They might oscillate between wanting intimacy and fearing it, between being the life of the party and craving solitude. Understanding this inner conflict is key to connecting with them on a deeper level. They need a partner who can navigate these shifts with grace, who can be both a sounding board and a safe harbor. The cosmic key, adaptability. If there's one trait that defines a Gemini tycoon, it's adaptability. They thrive in chaos because they can bend without breaking. This makes them resilient in business and in life. But it also means they expect the same from those around them. Rigidity is their kryptonite. They cannot stand being boxed in by rules, routines, or expectations. To win their heart, you must be willing to embrace change, to flow with the tides of their ever-evolving world. In essence, a Gemini tycoon is a paradox, a whirlwind of contradictions wrapped in charm and intellect. They are both the storm and the calm, the question and the answer. To love them is to accept that you'll never fully figure them out, because they are always in flux. But therein lies the magic. With a Gemini tycoon, life is never dull. It's a journey of endless discovery, where every day brings a new adventure, a new idea, a new way to see the world. 3. The art of attraction. How to captivate a Gemini tycoon. You've glimpsed the soul of the Gemini tycoon, a shimmering tapestry of intellect, charm, and restless energy. Now, the real dance begins. How do you catch the eye of this mercurial whirlwind and hold their attention long enough to spark something deeper? This is no ordinary pursuit. To captivate a Gemini tycoon, you must wield the tools of the mind, the magic of mystery, and the courage to step into their ever-spinning orbit. Ready? Let's unlock the cosmic secrets to winning their fascination, and perhaps their heart. Ignite their mind. Intellect as the first flame. If there's one thing a Gemini tycoon cannot resist, it's a mind that burns bright. Their world is a playground of ideas, and they're drawn to those who can play the game. But this isn't about flaunting your knowledge like a peacock spreading its feathers. No, subtlety is your weapon. Drop a clever observation during a casual chat, like, "Isn't it wild how chaos theory explains both markets and human hearts?" Watch their eyes light up as they lean in, hungry for more. They don't want a lecture, they want a spark. Pose a question that makes them think. What's the one invention humanity hasn't dreamed of yet? And let them take the lead. Their Mercury-ruled nature thrives on mental stimulation. So be the one who offers it without overwhelming them. Think of yourself as a fellow explorer, not a teacher. Your intellect isn't just a tool to impress, it's the bridge to their soul. Dance with words. Communication as seduction. For a Gemini Tycoon, conversation is a dance, and they're looking for a partner who can keep up with their rhythm. One moment, they're spinning tales of their latest venture with the enthusiasm of a child, the next, they're dissecting philosophy with the intensity of a sage. Your job? Match their tempo, mirror their energy when they're animated, then ease into quiet curiosity when they pause to reflect. Don't be afraid to challenge them, gently. If they say, AI will replace creativity, counter with, or will it just amplify the chaos we're already wired for? They love a sparring partner who can push their thinking without bruising their ego. But here's the trick. Keep it light. Geminis detest heaviness, emotional or intellectual, so weave humor and playfulness into your words. A witty quip or a sly smile can do more than 1,000 serious declarations. The magnet of mystery. Less is more. Here's a cosmic truth. A Gemini Tycoon is a hunter of the unknown. If you lay all your cards on the table, they'll lose interest faster than a gust of wind scatters leaves. Instead, be a book with pages yet unturned. Share enough to intrigue. Maybe a quirky passion like collecting vintage maps or a cryptic hint about a past adventure, but hold back the full story. Let them wonder, who is this person? When they ask about you, deflect with a tease. Oh, I'll tell you that when we're sipping coffee on a rooftop somewhere. Mystery isn't about being aloof, it's about inviting them to chase you. They're wired to unravel puzzles, so give them one worth solving. The more they dig, the more they'll invest, and that's when the real connection begins. Stir their senses. Activities that spark. Geminis don't fall in love sitting still. They need motion. Novelty. Something to jolt their restless spirit. Invite them to an art gallery opening where the paintings provoke debate. Or a late-night lecture on quantum physics that ends with cocktails and stargazing. Better yet, suggest something spontaneous. Let's crash that poetry slam downtown. I bet we could outrhyme half the room. The key is variety. They'll tire of dinner dates and predictable routines. So keep them guessing. One day, it's a scavenger hunt through the city. The next, it's a workshop on coding or calligraphy. These experiences don't just entertain them. They give you a stage to shine. To show off your adaptability and zest for life. And when they see you thriving in their world of flux, they'll start to see you as indispensable. Practical magic. Tips to seal the deal. Now, let's get down to earth with some real-world moves. First, approach them naturally. No grand gestures or rehearsed lines. A simple, I overheard you talking about X, what's your take on Y, is enough to break the ice. They hate feeling cornered, so keep it breezy. Second, don't cling. If they drift mid-conversation to greet someone else, let them go with a smile. Your confidence will pull them back. Third, mirror their pace but never chase. If they text sporadically, reply with the same casual rhythm. They'll notice you're not desperate. Avoid the traps. Don't bore them with small talk about the weather. And never try to lock them into plans too far ahead. They live in the now. So meet them there. Compliment their mind over their looks. I love how you see connections no one else does, and watch them glow. Above all, be yourself, but the boldest, brightest version. They're drawn to authenticity wrapped in a little flair. The cosmic payoff. Captivating a Gemini Tycoon isn't about tying them down. It's about lighting a fire they can't ignore. When you stimulate their intellect, dance with their words, shroud yourself in mystery, and match their thirst for adventure, you become more than a passing fancy. You become a muse, a co-conspirator, a force they can't resist orbiting. This is the first step to their heart, a heart that, once won, opens the door to a world of wealth and wonder. So, step boldly into their whirlwind. The dance has just begun. 4. Building a deeper bond. Keeping the flame alive with a Gemini Tycoon. You've caught the eye of the Gemini Tycoon. Congratulations. Cosmic warrior. Their gaze, sharp and curious, now lingers on you, their words weaving a thread that pulls you closer. But here's the truth. Capturing their attention is just the opening act. To truly win their heart and keep the flame burning, you must master the art of a love that dances with their restless spirit. This isn't about locking them down, it's about building a bond so dynamic, so electrifying, that they choose to stay, not out of obligation, but out of sheer fascination. Let's dive into the starry secrets of keeping a Gemini Tycoon by your side. Freedom. The breath of their soul. Picture this. A wild bird soaring through an endless sky, wings cutting through the wind with grace and power. That's the Gemini Tycoon in love. They need freedom like they need air, and any hint of a cage, be it emotional demands or rigid expectations, will send them fluttering away. The key? Give them space without losing yourself. When they vanish into their thoughts or disappear for a day to chase a new idea, don't cling or sulk. Instead, use that time to shine. Dive into your own passions. Conquer your own mountains. When they return, they'll find you glowing, not waiting, and that independence will magnetize them back to you. This doesn't mean detachment. Show them you're there. Drop a playful text like, "Survived without me yet?" But let them come to you. Their need for autonomy isn't rejection, it's their nature. Embrace it, and they'll see you as a sanctuary, not a shackle. Reinventing love. The art of the unexpected. Routine is the death knell for a Gemini's soul. If you settle into a predictable pattern, dinner every Friday, Netflix every Sunday, they'll start to fidget, their mind drifting to fresher horizons. To keep the flame alive, you must become a master of reinvention. Surprise them with a midnight drive to watch the stars, tickets to a quirky theater show, or a challenge to learn something wild together, like salsa dancing or coding a game. The point isn't the activity, it's the jolt of newness that keeps their mercurial heart racing. Try this. Once a month. Propose a first hike, a first taste of an exotic dish, a first stab at writing a story together. These moments don't just break monotony. They weave a tapestry of shared memories that tie you closer. When they look back, they'll see a love that's a living, breathing adventure, not a stale script. The bridge of words, connecting mind to heart. For a Gemini Tycoon, communication isn't just talk, it's communion. They need a partner who listens with the soul and responds with the mind. When they ramble about a wild business idea or dissect the meaning of life, don't just nod, dive in. Ask, "What's the one thing that could make this even bigger?" Or, "How do you think this changes us?" They'll feel seen, not just heard, and that's gold to them. But it's a two-way street. Share your own dreams and quirks. Let them peek into your world. If they're distant, don't nag. Spark a conversation with, "I just read something wild. Want to debate it?" Their curiosity will pull them back. And when emotions run high, say, "After a fight, skip the silent treatment. Talk it out with clarity and wit." They respect a mind that can wrestle with theirs, even in conflict, fueling their ambition. Be their muse and maverick. A Gemini Tycoon's dreams are their lifeblood, and they crave a partner who doesn't just cheer from the sidelines but jumps into the game. When they unveil a new venture, don't just say, "That's great," ask, "How can I help make it unstoppable?" Offer a fresh perspective, a bold suggestion, or even a playful challenge. "Bet I can brainstorm 10 ideas for this by tomorrow." They'll adore your fire. But don't stop there. Inspire them by chasing your own ambitions. Launch that project you've been mulling over. Or pitch an idea to a room full of skeptics. When they see you thriving, they'll feel a kinship, a sense that you're not just lovers, but co-creators of something epic. This shared drive deepens your bond beyond romance. It's a partnership of souls on a mission. Weathering the storms, patience and grace. Even the brightest stars flicker. The Gemini Tycoon's duality means they'll have moments of withdrawal, days when their mind spins too fast, or their mood shifts like a sudden breeze. Don't take it personally, it's not about you. When they're quiet, give them room to breathe, but leave a gentle tether, a note saying, "I'm here when you're ready." When they're restless, match their energy with a distraction. Let's go somewhere, anywhere. If they lash out, rare, but possible, respond with calm strength. Say, "I get it, but let's figure this out together." They'll respect your poise. The trick is patience. Ride the waves, and they'll return to you. often with a deeper appreciation for your steadiness. The eternal flame. Loving a Gemini Tycoon is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about balancing their need for freedom with your desire for closeness, keeping the spark alive with novelty, and building a bridge of words and dreams. When you master this, you don't just keep their love, you become their anchor in a world of chaos, their muse in a sea of ideas. This is the foundation for a bond that doesn't fade, a flame that burns brighter with every twist of the cosmic wheel. 5. Sharing the wealth, partnering and thriving together. You've won their heart, now what? With a Gemini Tycoon, love isn't the endgame, it's the launchpad. Their world is one of abundance, not just in gold, but in vision, opportunity, and the sheer thrill of creation. To truly share their wealth, you must step beyond romance and into partnership, becoming a co-architect of their empire. This isn't about riding their coattails, it's about building something extraordinary together. Let's explore how to merge your stars with theirs and turn love into a legacy. Decoding their vision, the big picture. A Gemini Tycoon doesn't think small. Their mind is a galaxy of grand ideas, disruptive startups, global networks, inventions that rewrite the rules. To share their wealth, start by understanding their dreams. When they talk about colonizing Mars or revolutionizing art, listen with your whole being. Ask, what's the one thing that could take this to the next level? Show them you see the scope of their genius, not just the profits, but the impact. Then, connect it to your own lens. If they're obsessed with tech, suggest, what if we paired this with a human touch, like a platform for storytellers? They'll light up at the fusion of your minds. This isn't about hijacking their vision, it's about adding a layer that makes it richer. Proving you're a partner, not a passenger. Bringing value, your unique spark. Wealth sharing isn't passive, it's active collaboration. What do you bring to the table? Maybe you're a wizard at organizing chaos, a connector who knows everyone, or a creative who sees beauty where they see data. Whatever it is, wield it boldly. If they're launching a venture, offer to streamline the plan, pitch it to a new crowd, or design its soul. Say, I've got a knack for X, let me run with this piece. Don't wait for permission, show initiative. Draft a proposal, mock up a concept, or introduce them to a contact who could skyrocket their project. When they see your value in action, they won't just share their wealth, they'll invest in you. This is how you become indispensable, a force they can't imagine building without. A shared empire, co-creating dreams. Why stop at supporting their goals? Dream up something together, over coffee. Toss out, what if we started X, something no one's dared to try? It could be a fusion of your passions, a sustainable fashion line powered by their tech savvy, or a media platform blending their ideas with your storytelling. Geminis love a fresh challenge, and a joint project binds you tighter than any vow. Settle on something bold but doable. Map it out, goals, roles, timelines, and dive in. They'll handle the big picture brainstorming. You might tackle the details or the pitch. As it grows, so does your stake in their world. This isn't just about money, it's about legacy. A monument to your combined brilliance. Equality in the dance. Power and respect. Here's the cosmic catch. A Gemini Tycoon won't tolerate dependence. They want a partner, not a shadow. Keep your own fire burning, pursue your career, your art, your hustle. When you thrive independently, they respect you more, and the wealth you share becomes a mutual triumph, not a handout. Negotiate your roles clearly. You lead X, I'll take Y, and we split the wins. Balance keeps the scales even and the love alive. The cosmic reward. Sharing a Gemini Tycoon's wealth isn't just about bank accounts, it's about richness of life. Together, you'll travel to uncharted places, fund wild ideas, and shape the future. You'll sit atop a kingdom built not just on their genius, but on your courage to join them. This is the ultimate prize. A love that doesn't just survive, it prospers. Turning two souls into a force that echoes through the stars. 6. Challenges and triumphs. Facing the multifaceted Gemini. You're deep in the dance now, twirling through the whirlwind of a Gemini Tycoon's world. Their brilliance lights your path. Their charm keeps you spinning, but even the brightest stars cast shadows. Loving a Gemini isn't a straight road, it's a labyrinth of twists, turns, and unexpected gusts. Their multifaceted nature, blessing and curse, brings challenges that test your resolve. But fear not, cosmic traveler. With every hurdle comes a chance to rise stronger, wiser, and more entwined. Let's face these trials head-on and uncover the keys to triumph. The sudden shifts, riding the winds of change. One day, they're all in, planning a future with you, their voice alive with excitement. The next, they're a ghost, lost in a new obsession or a silent mood you can't decode. This isn't betrayal, it's the Gemini soul at play. Their Mercury-ruled mind thrives on flux, darting from one fascination to the next like a butterfly in a storm. When it happens, don't panic or cling. Step back, breathe, and pivot with them. If they're fixated on a project, say, "That's wild. Tell me more." When you surface, your flexibility shows you're in sync, not at odds. The trick? Trust the cycle. They always circle back, often with a spark reignited by your calm confidence. Rigidity will push them away, fluidity pulls them closer. The hunger for freedom, standing firm in the breeze. Their need for independence can sting. They might vanish for a weekend, chasing a whim, leaving you wondering where you stand. It's not you, it's their DNA. Geminis fear entrapment more than failure. And any whiff of control, jealousy, demands, ultimatums, sets them on edge. Don't let insecurity take the wheel. When they pull away, don't chase. Instead, dive into your own orbit. Hit that gym class. Finish that novel. Call that friend. When they return, they'll find you thriving, not pining. And that strength will anchor their respect. If it cuts too deep, voice it, but lightly. Try, "I love your free spirit, but I miss you when you're gone too long." They'll hear you without feeling caged. And that balance keeps the bond intact. The spotlight's pull, holding your own. A Gemini Tycoon is a magnet. People flock to their energy, their ideas, their charisma. At parties, they're the sun and you might feel like a planet in their glow. Others flirt, pitch, or simply bask in their orbit. It's tempting to compete or fade, but neither works. Instead, shine in your own right. Share a bold story, crack a clever line, or slip away to charm the room yourself. They're drawn to equals, not shadows. When they see you holding court, their admiration deepens. They'll want you by their side, not behind them. If jealousy creeps in, channel it. Whisper to yourself, "I'm the one they chose," and let your confidence radiate. They'll feel it and gravitate back. Protecting your core, staying true amid the storm. Here's the cosmic caution. A Gemini's whirlwind can sweep you up so fully you lose yourself. Their ideas, their pace, their world, it's intoxicating. But don't dissolve into it. Keep your roots firm. If they push a boundary, say, dismissing your needs for their latest scheme, stand tall. Say, "I'm all in for this, but I need X to feel whole." They respect strength, not surrender. Your authenticity is your shield. Wield it, and they'll value you more. The triumph, a love forged in fire. These challenges aren't flaws, they're the forge where your bond is tempered. Each shift you navigate, each freedom you grant, each moment you shine beside them builds a love that's resilient, not fragile. You become their rock in the storm, their mirror in the chaos. A partner who doesn't just survive their duality but thrives in it. This is the victory. A connection that bends but never breaks. A dance that defies the odds. Conclusion. The journey with a Gemini Tycoon, an endless adventure. And so, here we stand, at the edge of the cosmos, gazing back at the path you've carved with a Gemini Tycoon. It began with a spark, a fleeting glance across a room of glittering possibilities. You understood their dual soul, ignited their mind, and wove a bond that weathered their wild winds. You didn't just win their heart, you stepped into their empire, sharing not only their wealth but their dreams, their triumphs, their very essence. This is no ordinary love story. It's a saga written in stardust, a testament to your courage and their brilliance. Loving a Gemini Tycoon is more than romance. It's a portal to a life unbound. With them, you'll chase horizons others only dream of, boardrooms that birth revolutions, travels that defy maps, ideas that reshape the world. Their wealth isn't just gold in your hands. It's the richness of a mind that never stops. A heart that dares greatly. A spirit that lifts you higher. You've become their muse, their partner, their co-creator. A force that amplifies their magic and carves your own legacy in the process. But this journey doesn't end here. A Gemini Tycoon is an eternal flame, always flickering toward the next adventure. There will be more storms to weather, more mysteries to unravel, more empires to build. And you, brave soul, are ready. You've learned the steps to their dance, the grace to flow, the strength to stand, the fire to inspire. Together, you're not just surviving, you're soaring. Two stars in a constellation that lights up the night. So, take their hand and step boldly into the unknown. Love them with a heart wide open and a mind razor sharp. Chasing a Gemini Tycoon isn't about capturing them. It's about running alongside them. Laughing as the wind whips through your hair. Building a life that echoes through the ages. This is your call from the cosmos. To win their heart is to claim a piece of the infinite. To share their wealth is to craft a hallelujah of your own making. Go forth, cosmic warrior. The universe is watching, and your story with a Gemini Tycoon is only just beginning, an endless adventure. A love without limits, a legacy that will outshine the stars.